From Sweden to the UK, down to the coast. We ain't locals, but we scream the most. Laurels are laid, our second home. Singing for our Naga, hearts full grown. Every chant, every kick, every rise and fall. We follow it all. We're answering the call. Malaga, insiders plug us in. Breaking club news with a rebel grin. From the stands to the mic, they bring the fire, fueling foreign fans with pure desire. It's blue, it's white, it's worldwide pride. We're the insiders, we're all on side. Every chant, every kick, every rise and fall. We follow it all. We're answering the call. Malaga, insiders plug us in. Breaking club news with a rebel grin. From the stands to the mic, they bring the fire, fueling foreign fans with pure desire. It's blue, it's white, it's worldwide pride. We're the insiders, we're all on side.
Welcome to a brand new episode. Malaga drew at home last weekend against Granada. We are going to discuss that. We are going to discuss the latest news. We are going to look ahead for the next weekend's match against Huesca. And of course, we have some new background on Malaga, some interesting facts, something about Malaga. Am I doing that alone? No, I'm not doing that alone. Thank God. No, because it's another double Dutch. Tonight, I'm joined by Tony again. How are you, Tony?
I'm good. Hello, everyone. Glad to be back another week. And Joel, still undefeated in the league. So that is always too nice to speak in that way to talk about Malaga.
We had a question from Ben. He said, "I'm waiting for this week's spots will be interesting because I wasn't able to watch the match and I saw Malaga 2-0 ahead. What happened?" So
I think,
want to give answer to that. So let's dive into the match against Granada.
I think we started off very, very good. I think Chupe, how we criticized him last week, showed us, got his number 9, and started immediately scoring 2 goals. So he definitely could with the pressure that we may even speak about. So that is great to see. But I think we lacked determination to win the game at the end. I think. I don't know if those are the best words to describe it. I think we played not too bad, but I think the second half Granada just wanted it more. And I think they were pressing us. And then not to speak about the referee, because that is a whole big topic we can get into as well. But talking not any referee decision, I think we were not strong enough second half. I think that the 2-1, when they scored that, they really saw a chance. They saw blood and they went for it.
I think everything starts not last Saturday when we played. I think it all started the previous week when Granada got their third yellow card in 3 matches, and I think the ref was had a came with a clear mission from the federation, and that is, please don't show any cards, and definitely not a red card to Granada. I think that's the main thing. I think he listened very well. Malaga started off pretty good, if you ask me. I think very, very well. Malaga was the better side. A good goal from Chupe with his head gave Malaga the 1-0 up. Pretty good goal. What did you think of the goal?
I think both are pretty good striker goals. I think that's why he's there in the box. The header was good quality. and the second one as well. And I think that's why he's there for, to score those goals in the box.
Yeah, because
To
he's on the right
to
side of the pitch, and then he
yeah,
hits it in the far post. Uh, well, the keeper of Granada was nowhere to be found. A really good goal, the first
no,
one. And the
yeah,
second one, maybe the goal was good, but the best thing about the goal was the pass from Gampe. And
Juanpe.
you have to say it. Yes, it was a crazy long pass towards, I think it was.
I don't
Uh,
remember. I haven't watched the match back since
Fucking
this game.
or and sorry if I'm wrong. No, it should be La Rubia, I guess. And he passed it on to Chupe, and it was a tip in basically. Um, two good
But
goals.
to quickly mention Juanpe again, it's what we spoke about the last couple of weeks. It's like he's now been given the chance to play, and he's by far our best midfielder at the moment since Luis has been gone. Rafa, he was not really playing. I feel like last against Granada, I don't remember any action he did. But it's also normally still like playing. Just come up from the academy, but Juanpe really stepped up when we asked him to step up. He did it. So I want to
A
give
bit
props because
late,
sometimes I can be very harsh to Juanpe, but got nothing
a
bad
bit
to say
late
now
in my
about Juanpe.
opinion.
Well, it's never too late because now Luis is gone. We really needed someone to step up, and he did.
And I think if you ask me, Malaga was dominating the match. We were 2-0 up, and what happens then? I think we laid back a bit.
Yeah, we
A
got too
bit too much.
comfortable.
Also during the first half, um, we already seen that the ref also took his play in this match, and it wasn't big things. Well, maybe one big thing I want to take from it. Dani Sanchez received an elbow,
Yeah,
a clear elbow.
by Fai, I think. The Fai or I don't remember his name or Pong. I think it was Fai, and it
He
was
receives.
twice.
Yeah, but for one, he receives. There's a clear elbow, um, and the ref sees it and decides to give a yellow card. That is something I just don't understand, because if you give someone an elbow, a ref can. There is a possibility that a ref can't see a clear elbow, or doesn't see the elbow. Then you don't see it. You know what I mean? But if
Yeah,
you see an elbow and a player goes to the ground and you give a yellow card, I think that makes no sense to me.
no,
Because if there is an elbow, you should give a red card.
yeah. And just to correct myself, it was not Fai, it was Mohamed Bourdini who did those actions twice. And he definitely should have seen the red card because he did it twice to Dani Sanchez.
Yeah. But already, if
Twice
you see
first.
it once or you don't see it,
Yeah,
which is possible, but then you don't whistle. But you can't whistle and then give a yellow card.
no,
One of the
no,
things I don't. Well, and there has been a lot of moments where there were clear fouls on Malaga, but the ref didn't whistle. Um, and we saw a lot of whistles go. We saw a lot of fouls against us. It was a
yeah,
bit of a ridiculous show, and the whole Rosaleda was fed up. It was the whole stadium.
yeah. No, I spoke to my dad who was in the stadium, spoke to my other friends who were in the stadium, and they couldn't believe it. For me, for watching it from the TV, the first half it didn't feel like the ref lost the game, but second half he just lost it. He lost the grip of the match. Is it coming from the Federation? Is it just him being bad? I think this referee that we had has a history of not whistling very good against Malaga.
Yeah,
So this guy always comes against us. I think as well with the second goal of Granada, the 2-2, those lines are kind of weird.
yeah,
Like it's the
yeah.
automatic. It's now the automatic lines, but I don't think.
Well, I've seen several things, and I don't know where they come from. That the hand of the Granada player is offside. They are both not very clear. One is maybe a bit more doubtful, but I don't think. I don't know. I found the offside rule like it is now. If one hair sticks out, it's already offside. I can live with that. Um, but what I do find hard to believe is that I don't want to believe it actually, is that a referee gets sent to a match with a clear agenda from the federation. But to me, and I'm very critical always about refs, but now even more because this was so clear that he came with one mission, and that wasn't showing a red card to Granada and to not have a lot of cards or a lot of fouls. I think
Yeah.
this wasn't a match where it depended on big important moments, but he killed the game by these actions, fouls.
Oh yeah, and also just little fouls at the end, whistling, not whistling,
Yeah,
killing the game. The pace of the game was gone. At the end, there was no pace in this game. Malaga wanted to, but they couldn't. And Granada was very happy with that point.
does that mean that we should blame it all on the referee? No.
No.
Why? Because Malaga after 2-0 thought this match is won. We lay back, we relax, and Granada is Granada, and I think they don't have a team to be in the place in which they are, with very fast moving attackers playing counter football really well.
Yeah.
They scored twice. They hit the
Yeah.
post one time in the first half. So if I look back at this match, is it 2-2 the right result? I think looking at the chances, this is a far result to be honest. Because we had the first half, they had the last bit of the first half, and the part of the second half. So I think it's a fair result.
Yeah. I fully agree with you there. I think did I want us to win? Yeah. I think we should have won after being 2-0 up. But looking now the chance of Granada got and the fire they had with the what you said with the counter attacks, so dangerous. Really, like with Fai on the left, he was so dangerous every
He
time he got
was
the
very
ball,
dangerous.
especially when Danny Sanchez, I think, I don't know which side he played, Danny Sanchez I mean on Puga's side, when Puga came off and Gabrielona came on, Gabrielona couldn't deal with him.
Pulga also had a hard time.
Yeah, Puga,
Um,
I think both of the backs struggled a lot. Danny obviously had to leave before halftime due to injury on halftime, but no, I mean Puga, but both had Danny Sanchez and Puga both had very difficult. It was not their best game by
do,
far.
do I blame someone? Yes, I blame Sergio Pellicer a bit because after the 2-1 in the first half, when they scored, you saw it coming.
Yeah,
You saw it coming. Um, and I expected some changes during halftime. And the moment I saw that there weren't any, well, there was one change which we will talk about later, but that change wasn't made for improvement, but for an injury. When Joking came on the pitch for Puga, it's going to be a difficult. That was the moment I knew they were going to draw, basically. When I
yeah,
didn't see any big changes into the team because you could see it happening.
yeah. And I'm just looking now, and also there's not needed too much squad depth to put in there. Like
No,
the players he didn't bring on were Lopez, goalkeeper, for obvious reasons. Restio, still Malagueña player, not a lot of minutes in the first team. Galilea could have brought on, put Marie on the right back. That would have been my choice. Victor, Uh, Brassenac wasn't played a single minute yet, and Danny Lorenzo. So there's also not too many players you could have chosen more from. But he brought in Ochoa, he brought in Lobete, he brought in Dotor. I don't think any of them had a big impact on the game, especially for Enko. But he came back from injury, so I'm a little bit less harsh on him. But neither Ochoa could make the difference in the game. Neither could Lobete and Dotor as well. Like, yeah, I don't know
I
what
think
much.
the strangest person to come on the pitch for me was Aaron Ochoa. I didn't expect that to totally, and I don't really understand it either.
No, because he took off. I think it was La Rubia for Ochoa,
Yeah.
and of course La Rubia also needs a break here and there. But I feel like it was not a game to take off La Rubia and Joaquin because they both were dangerous people for Malaga on the wings. Uh, so and then with Ochoa bringing Ochoa on, it kind of killed the game.
There was
Not blaming Ochoa for it, but it's just I don't think that was the right fit for that moment in the game. But I'm
me
not a
neither.
coach, but
I think he was too light for the because it was quite a physical match,
yeah,
and I didn't think it was the right moment to get him out.
yeah.
What was fun? Well, during I don't know how many minutes we were first on the table.
Yeah,
That was pretty fun.
that was very fun. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't take long, but I enjoyed every minute of it, watching it on my phone the whole time in the stadium. Um, we are sixth on the table.
Yeah.
Is this draw? Is this killing us, or are
No,
we
I
still
think we're
happy?
still undefeated. I think looking at the context, yeah, Granada was 0 points. We should have won that game, but I don't think neither drawing at home against Granada is bad. Still, I feel like our ambition is not to directly promote first or second place. I still think we should first need to look at those 50 points, and now we're 42 points away from it. Can we show some more ambition? Yes, we are Malaga, and we always need to show more ambition. We should be a top 10 team in Spain, in my opinion.
I think
But
this is the best start we had in years. So
yeah,
I think the ambition is there. Maybe
yeah,
we lost it a bit in the second half, but I also think you get a bit frustrated when so many um, fouls go against you.
yeah, 100%. And I do think still we're in a very happy place to speak about this because I'd rather speak now how we are now than we are Granada and we're on the bottom with 1 point. So it's all positive complaints, and I'd rather complain about this stuff and we're up here than yeah, like what we had to endure a couple of seasons ago when we went down.
Towards the end, also Eneco, there was a possible penalty which was checked. Was that something? Because I was in the stadium, I didn't really see it.
I don't remember that it was a penalty. I
Okay.
think I would have lost my mind if it would be. I haven't rewatched the game, so I haven't seen it again. But I don't remember being very upset about that was a penalty.
Then we shouldn't be upset about it. What? How did you think Eneco did?
For those 7 8 minutes he played, he looked all right. I think he could, if he had some little bit better. He hasn't had a preseason, so he needs a little bit of match fitness. I definitely think he could be a good striker to pair with Chupe or Nino.
I think he looked
100%.
very fit, very muscled, very.
Yeah,
He has a lot
very
of power.
different profile to Chupe and very different profile to Nino.
He looks
So I
like a
think
player
it's
who can keep the ball,
yeah,
who can place with his back to the goal and then maintain the ball.
yeah. The last player what I remember that was really good like that we had was Blanco Lechuk, if
Yeah,
I'm right. He was very good with that as well, and maybe Sadiko, but Sadiko was a little bit smaller.
yeah. What I
But
think, what I think is that it's a good player to have, but
yeah,
he won't be in my 11. He's a good player when you need to
no,
force a goal.
no.
bring him on next to Chupe or next to
He's very good to fill up the bench. Very good to have as a backup striker. And there will be moments that he will start and he will be decisive. But I do think our main strikers are Chupe and Nino.
what was your decisive moment of the match, or your
Sorry,
best moment of the match? What was your best moment of the
my
match?
best moment. Well, that's probably be the 2-0 up. I thought for 1 second that we were going to go crazy in La Rosaleda, that it was going to be a 4-1. Like back in the day when we went La Liga and we used to beat Granada 4-1. And looking at that, we were first. So that was that was probably my favorite moment. But for the
Okay,
rest, we could put
it
our
also
feet
has to
back on the
do
ground.
with the football, with the 2-0, but it wasn't so much the 2-0. My moment of the match was Juanpe's long ball, which got us the 2-0. So far, Granada, we have news, and basically most of the news is not very good news, or a bit good news,
No.
because Carlos Puga left the pitch after the first half. He has an injury, and he has a myotendinous injury in the left adductor muscle and signs of acute dynamic pubic osteopathy.
I don't know what that means.
This is Google Translate, because um, when the club puts out injuries, they do I think the Latin version of uh, of communication, which will which is probably how doctors would call it, because I never understand any of it. Uh,
Yeah, he's out of roughly a month now.
yeah,
That is,
he's
was
been going
quite.
through undergoing diagnostic tests. The estimated time he will be out of play is a minimum of 1 month and potentially up to 2 months, though this can change depending the evolution of the injury.
Yeah, that is
That is
not
very bad news for Malaga.
very bad news. I think Carlos Puga is one of the better backs in Segunda, and also one very important player for Malaga.
He
Also, I
brings a
think
lot of
his
he brings a lot defensively, but also attacking wise.
attackingly, yeah, and I don't think his replacement is that good neither. That won't bring the same level as he can with
Won't bring the same level, but let's not forget that Victor is also a player which is
Gabilondo.
bad.
Victor's
Oh
on the
yeah,
left.
sorry, Bobby Londo. The joking is, we have to say joking is also a player which is not that bad.
No,
Uh,
I don't think he's that bad, but I just don't think he brings the same as Puga brings.
I hope last season we weren't that happy about joking. This season so far either, neither. Maybe this is a time or a moment for joking to
Yeah,
take, and maybe he can stand up. And we
yeah.
know he has
Look
it
at
in him.
Juanpe. We spoke about Juanpe. I was not very happy with Juanpe last 2 seasons, but now
Yeah.
Luismi's gone. It was panic. We all thought like, what we're going to do now, this, that. And Juanpe stood up, and now I think he's the strongest midfielder at the moment in the last 2 games.
It's a new
So
season, a new chance. But let's not forget
yeah,
that I think a lot of teams in Segunda would be happy with Joaquin Gabilondo in their team.
yeah. Because I
So,
think we're very, very blessed with
so
Carlos Puga. I think he brings a very good quality that a lot
Puga,
of team wish they had.
Might be the man in form, but I also don't think that Joaquin Gabilondo is that bad of a player.
No,
Um, we have good news. A medical report from Malaga CF said that defender Alex Pastor underwent successful surgery on his right knee on Monday. The procedure, which was overseen by Malaga CF's medical head Pablo Campos, involved a graft to the anterior cruciate ligament and suture to the internal meniscus. Yeah, this operation went well. That's the good news. The bad news is he probably won't be back until next season.
No, no, he's not different. Maybe in winter, if it goes on time, he could be written in again. But he's now out on the squad.
Yeah,
So
and
definitely until January window, he's not going to play a single minute,
expected is
even
that
if
we
he
won't see
recovers.
him what's left
No,
of the season. But
no, I don't. I don't expect that neither.
we don't know. I think he needs a good recuperation and being brought back with a lot of care and very careful.
Yeah, I do think his contract is expiring next
He
summer,
will renew it probably, and I
but
hope.
they will renew it. And
Yeah.
Malaga, well, if they renew with him and Haitam in the other half of the last 3 seasons,
Yeah,
and I definitely think Alex Pastor, with the quality that he brings to this team, is very important to keep him there.
I totally agree. Then a more good news in a recent match for Malaga for Spain under 21. Adrian Nino scored a late goal to secure a 3-1 victory over Kosovo under 21. It was a qualifying match for the European under 21 championship, and it was played yesterday or the day before. I don't remember.
Yeah, yesterday
Yeah, but Nino's goal came in the 95th minute with
yeah,
a
I
right
saw it.
foot up,
The tap in,
and he came
but
in
the
as a
tap in is a goal.
yeah, it was a good goal. I saw the goal as well. As a late substitute, he only played 6 minutes.
Yeah, and I have some comment on that. I think
Yeah, if
it's
you
very bad for Malaga that we lose our striker like that. Lucky that Chupa stepped up, but it's not something we should be happy about. That Segunda doesn't stop, and we keep on losing our players.
I totally agree. But before we're going to talk about that, the other goals for Spain were scored by Casals in the 11th minute and Iker Bravo in the 70th minute. I think if you bring a player like Adrian Nino, of a player who plays in Segunda División, and you only play him in 2 matches, you only play him 6 minutes, then please don't call him up.
No,
I think this is a disrespect to Segunda División, and I think it's a big disrespect to Málaga Club de Football. But I think the biggest disrespect is towards Adrian Nino, who left his club to play 2 matches with Spain under 21. And if he's not in the plans of getting much playtime, which I can understand because if there are other better players, you should play them. But if you know he's not getting much playtime, leave him at Malaga Club de Football then, because this is ridiculous.
yeah, yeah, it's ridiculous, and I don't understand why. And Pellicer was not happy about it neither in the press conference after the game. So I fully support that. I don't understand why you would bring a starter of Segunda División to like the under 21 and not play him. If he plays 60 minutes, 30 minutes there, it's fine. But for 6 minutes, yes, he scored a goal, what will do him well. And he brings that experience also back to Malaga, what he learned there with the players he played with. But don't waste his time and don't waste our time.
As I said, there is more bad news because missing on today's training were, and you won't believe this, Isa Merino and Dani Sanchez. Isa Merino has a discomfort in his left ankle. The club cannot guarantee his availability for next Saturday's match, but have ruled out a serious injury. So it's not a big injury, but
It's not an injury to the list. We can nearly play starting 11 with injuries at this point.
he will maybe not make it towards this weekend's match. He will undergo necessary tests tomorrow to determine the extent of the issue. His status is pending on further evaluation. I because most people don't know this. The thing ever the Malaga press office always ends with regarding injury. The end phrase is always the same. His status is pending on further evaluation. That's always what the club posts. Just a fun thing to know. Dani Sanchez. What is wrong with Dani Sanchez? Well, it's less of a problem. Dani Sanchez has a viral illness that has prevented him from training. In his case, it's expected that he will be able to rejoin the group in the coming days and will be available for Saturday. Another player who didn't train today with the rest of his team was Adrian Nino. Not because of an injury, because I don't think you get really injured in 6 minutes. Uh, but he has been doing gym work separately to recover his fitness and will rejoin with the main squad tomorrow, and he will be available. Is
Good.
there more news? Yes, I have one bit of news more because La Liga has announced the confrontation between Malaga CF and Deportivo La Coruña, and the match will be played on Dia de la Hispanidad, also known in English as the National Day for Hispanic Day, the National Holiday for Hispanic Day, and the kickoff is at 9 p.m. on a Sunday.
Good. Nice. 9 o'clock. Good time. A
Good,
little bit
good for
late,
Spanish
but not
people.
too late.
Good for Spanish people.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm on holiday that weekend. Oh, that's pretty good actually. That week. So yeah, that was all the news. I have one bit of news coming in just right now, and that is also very good news. So we're ending on a high, and that is that Málaga Femenino has won in the Copa de la Reina 2-0 against Betis.
So,
So that is a very good news. I will get you the goal scorers for Malaga if I can find them. But a good start, I guess, for the Malaga Femenino. And they won. And that's one thing I know. They won, but not after 90 minutes, because after 90 minutes it was still 0-0. So it was in the extra time. And look how. Oh, listen to them. The girls are happy. The goals came from Lorena. She scored the second, and the first goal came from. No, Lorena was the first, and the second came from. I don't know. I can't find it. Oh, 1 second. I hate it when news comes on last minute.
but very good result there because yeah, that is what Betis is. What are they in the first division of the league, or so
I don't
first
know.
or second? So I think that's pretty good.
It's for the Copa. The second was from Herrera.
Right.
No, the first was from Herrera. Sorry, from Lorena. The first one was from Helena, Lorena Herrera, and the second was goal was of came from Alicia.
Yeah, yeah, I've got it here as well. Very great result.
You could have told
Something.
it a bit earlier then.
Sorry,
You could have told it a bit earlier then.
I didn't notice yet. I just got back from work, hopped on hopped on this. I have no idea what happened today. I was to this literally the game finished when I got back, so couldn't
Then we
check
go
my phone in the
to
meantime.
next weekend's match because Malaga will play away against Huesca on Sunday at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. An early match.
Yeah,
Huesca is eighth on the table, Malaga six. There's at this point of in this moment of the season, there's only 1 point difference. Huesca, a very strong team at home. They're a very strong side at home, and their man to watch probably is Sergi Enrich. But I have good news because in last weekend's match against Ceuta, where they lost 2-1 in Ceuta, Enrich, their top scorer with 2 goals, received a red card.
yeah.
So he won't play in the upcoming match against Malaga. So we will probably see Eno Rodriguez or Diego Aznar in his place. I've been
That
thinking
is
of
good news.
that is good news. I've been thinking of this. Why? We have an insider. Well, we don't have an insider, but we had somebody who was an insider, and that is our own Joaquin Munoz.
Yeah,
He came from Huesca to Malaga this season, so that could be interesting. He might have the solution on how to play against their team.
also
Players,
new coach this year because Antonio Igallo, who promoted us
yeah,
2008, went to Deportivo La Coruña. A man that I would really hope to see one day coach us as well. No, I'm very happy with Pellicer.
it wouldn't surprise me if Malaga, after last year, because Sergio Pellicer already said that this probably is his last season, it wouldn't surprise me if we would see Hidalgo being the next coach of Malaga.
See how he does with Deportivo if he finishes the season there. Just signed there this summer as well. So maybe, who knows?
Do they have any
Uh,
interesting players? They have Javi Mir at the
yeah,
center.
and Pulido, I quite like
Yeah,
him as well. And also
Albaraz.
uh, and guy from Real Sociedad B, Iker Kotajarena, who's already on 2 assists this season, compared to his 4 assists of last season. So he could maybe be a good one to play to watch out for. And for the rest, I don't. And I have the goalkeepers, of course. Dani Jimenez used to be very goalkeeper for Alcorcón, La Liga Segunda legend. I think he's been there for so long now. So I definitely think it's a difficult goalkeeper to play against. He's very good always. Sometimes has a little mistake, but I think he's a quality goalkeeper. And last season when we played Huesca, I think he had some good saves against us as well. If I remember correctly.
I think they have a pretty strong side. I think it's going to be difficult. More playing there. Their style of play is a 5-4-1.
Yeah,
Yeah, what can we say? The last match they lost in Ceuta, but I think it's tough to play Huesca away.
yeah. I don't remember us getting very good results there. I think we have not won in Huesca
I
ever.
think it will be a tough match. What? Because Malaga seems to have a bit of trouble at the back with possible Iso Merino not being
Yeah,
available. Will it be Einar Montero?
and Murillo on the right.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think that we will see our new man get some minutes if Isan is not there.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
he's not
I
back.
think he will.
So you
Sorry?
will play him.
No, for Isan. If Isan doesn't make it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
No, I think or Murillo will play on right back or Gabilondo, and then Aina will play or Gabilondo. I think it's only between those two. And then Danny Sanchez, depending how he recovers from his illness, if he's fit enough or not, we will see Victor. So we might have a different defense than the other games than last week, especially.
Especially.
So I think it probably Danny Sanchez, if he's fit enough, he will start. If not, Victor Montero will 100% start, and then Murillo will either play right centre back or right back, depending if he wants to go a little bit more defensive and play Galilea on the centre back and Murillo on the right, or if he wants to keep Murillo there and have Gabilon to join a little bit with attack. So
So what did Huesca did in their first matches? Well, they draw against Leganés 1-1. That's a pretty good result, but it was at home.
yeah,
They won away against Mirandes. That's also a pretty good result.
yeah.
Uh, they won against Huesca. Against Eibar, and they've lost against Ceuta.
But Ceuta, even though they were in the relegation before, not now anymore, it's a very difficult stadium to play to. Remember when we went there, when we went Primera Ref, and it was not a good game. It's a very difficult stadium.
I totally agree. Their player to watch on the site is Cortalajarena.
Yeah,
He is the most assists for them. He has 2 assists so far. Um, Not much to tell about them anymore.
we also see that B Academy, as you mentioned before, and 2 assists now. Last season he had 4 assists and 4 goals, I think. So he's definitely stepping up this season compared to last season.
Good player that's stepping up against us. Um, who's your striker for this weekend?
Chupa.
Really?
I would start Chupa. Yeah, I think after the 2 goals, I would start him.
Okay.
Continue that. I think Nino hasn't played last week, so and Enko I would not start with, not yet. So for me to start with Chupa, and then maybe start with both Chupa and Nino, and have Rafa drop back if Isan is injured. So then play with Juanpe and Rafa in the midfield. I like that option as well, playing with 2 strikers. But let's see. Let's see.
I,
I expect Chupa to start, especially after those 2 goals. And because Nino wasn't here during the week, so he hasn't trained today. So we have less training days, even though he has enough fitness because he didn't play. But maybe with the traveling, I don't know. I expect Chupa to start. And if Chupa doesn't start, then Adri Nino would be a great choice for me as well.
okay. The player I really want to see on Malaga's side, because I now got really excited, is of course Juanpe. Uh, because Juanpe did really well. But I'm also interested in the new midfielder.
Kostanek. Me
Yeah,
too. I do. I think because Pace has said he was one of the fittest guy. He came with very good fitness results back,
yeah,
or like joined better than most of the players in the team.
yeah.
So I definitely think if the tactics are there this week, I definitely think we will see him play some minutes.
I can only hope. A prediction?
I think we haven't won there ever, so I think 1-1, 1-1 or 2-2.
I was going with 1-1.
But I don't think we haven't won there, and I don't think we will win there now,
Maybe
especially with the injuries.
yeah, maybe that will put us out of playoff zone, but that doesn't matter at this point of the season. We will get back.
It doesn't really matter anything at all now because the teams on the bottom will go up and teams on the top will go down. It all depends. First, get those 50 points, and then after we can see because Remember Numancia a couple of years ago when they relegated, they went in playoffs until halfway the season. Then had a disaster second half of the season, they relegated and haven't been back since. So I don't think we just need to get those 50 points and then hopefully as soon as possible, and then hopefully we can finish the season in style and reach those playoffs. What I think we deserve after so many years. Of only the only time we played playoffs was when we relegated the first season and we lost against Deportivo.
I
So
agree.
hopefully we make playoffs. I do think this team deserves it and Pellicer deserves it. Will we get there? I don't know. First, not to relegate. I think as long as we have an administrator and we haven't got a proper project and a president, I think our goal is just maintain us here and not to relegate and do better than last season. So I do think we should be fighting for playoffs, but I don't think it's a drama if we don't make it to playoffs, in my opinion.
I totally agree. And before we go, we also always have something about Malaga. I didn't tell you today what it was,
I have no idea.
but I think it's time to go back to the start. Long before Malaga became a lively Andalusian city by the Mediterranean, its lands were already home to some of the earliest communities in Europe. Archaeological remains show that prehistoric groups settled in the area thousands of years ago. In caves such as the Cueva del Tesoro in Rincón de la Victoria and the Cueva de Nerja, where we talked about last week, evidence of hunters and gatherers from the Paleolithic and Neolithic periods has been found. These early inhabitants lived off fishing, hunting, and farming, leaving behind cave paintings, tools, and pottery that reveal glimpses of their daily lives. Well, that is something you already have said last week. But we continue because this is the story after it. But the true beginning of Malaga as a city, however, came later. Around the 8th century before Common Era, the Phoenicians, great sailors and traders from the eastern Mediterranean, in the present day known as Lebanon, arrived on the southern coast of Spain. They were attacked by Malaga's natural bay and rich surroundings, ideal for trade and settlement. They founded a colony called Malacca, which quickly became a key port in their vast commercial network. The name Malacca may have derived from the Phoenician word for salt,
Yeah,
since fish salting was an important industry in that area. Over time, Malacca grew into a bustling town. After the Phoenicians, it came under influence of Carthaginians, and later the Romans, who expanded and fortified the settlement. Under Roman rule, Malaga developed paved streets, public buildings, and a theater, remnants of which still survive today. The port continued to thrive as a gateway for goods moving between the Mediterranean and inland Iberia. Malaga's origins lie in the meeting of sea, trade, and cultures. From its earliest cave dwelling communities to its rise as Malacca, the Phoenician city, Malaga has always been a place where people settled, exchanged ideas, and looked outward to the wider world. The Phoenicians.
Phoenicians are very important to the history of Andalusia. They really shaped most of it, most of the basics, and then of course Andalusia and especially Malaga had so many different people coming in and going from the Phoenicians to the Romans to Al Andalus, uh, then back to the Christian, but then also during the Spanish Civil War and all that stuff. A lot of been happening in Malaga, a lot of history, a lot of different people, different cultures, and I think that's what something I love about Malaga and something I really feel identified with is it's so many things are makes a Malagueño. So many different people have been on our lands and been there for like generations and all different types of people. And I think it's very beautiful history that we have.
the Phoenicians, the eye on the third kit of this season's on this season's Malaga kit, on the third kit. If you look very well, or if you have it at home, the Phoenician eye is all over the kit,
Yeah.
uh, because it's used by the rowing boats you can find in, for example, Rincon de la Victoria, where they do a lot of rowing with those boats. So yes, a bit of Malaga history. Tony, macaroni. You have any last words for today?
Not really. I think yeah, I'm a little bit tired. It's been a long week. So vamos Málaga.
I am tired as well. We probably have to come up with a name for this. I already know the name. You probably will as well if you're listening and you see Dutch guys on your screen. Double, double, double Dutch. My name was Chris Marquez. I was your host today of the GearyCast. I wish you all a very good weekend and vamos, Malaga. Vamos.